grave spots and anti-grav dance clubs. Only 6 credits. Then perhaps a holo watch? Tickets to the Robo-Ball finals. You're lost, Zedhead.
Got 3 live ones at the northeast corner, Oxford Circle.
On 'em. You'll be lost without a proper map, sir. Just 10 credits off your e-bank card.
Have it, kid.
The name's Deidre, officer, not kid.
Hey, man. I can't let you go down under alone. Even with the Yardie. Yo, Tennyson. Yo, he's a swift one, man. I can see that right away.
Says I can tell you more about you.
Man, you're on. Let's do it.
You've taken up boxing and despite the knee are quite good, though you favor your left. You liked raspberry sour, linguine, and a girl named JC. But it caused you pain in your knee, so I deduced that that was a logical reason you had to give it up. And since you're here instead of with her, I simply deduced it believes it's Watson just because it's downloaded a few old books.
He looks like Sherlock Holmes.
I'd like to procure your services to guide us through the underground. Agreed?
Agreed. The name is Wiggins.
Ronnie!
Hey, Deirdre. That's how you do it, love.
Good luck with the tournament.
I don't need luck. Later.
Your part...
Here, this is yours.
You live from the Holocade. It's the 5th annual televised Holocade Tournament. On Team 1, we have April Murray and John Hardy going up against Thomas Moran and Ronald Adair of Team 2. These 4 champions are about to compete in level 10 of Alienator Attack. What a fantastic finish! Tune in
Superstars.
tomorrow night when our teams face each other again for the final round in a winner-take-all group.
Deidre, she is on her way.
Follow that hovercab. I always wanted to say that. Mr. Holmes, I followed Amelia to some hotel in the DNA alley.
As I suspected, our mysterious hybrid may be the result of illicit bioengineering.
She's making a delivery. I'm gonna find out who she's shopping for.
I already have my suspicions. Stay out of there, Deidre. That is an order.
I'll just have a quick peek. So this thing jumps up in the window and roars. I took off down the fire escape. I'm telling you, it wasn't human. Fortunately, it didn't follow me.
Good job of observation, Deidre. But I must remind you again not to wander into dangerous situations, especially against my instructions.
I've got to admit, you were right about that one, Mr. Holmes.
It's unlikely we'd find them roaming the streets of New London.
Maybe the Fern Barkley study was left by that thing I saw.
Possibly. Though we still don't know what the creature is or why it would be there. Tennyson, see if you can find out anything about the diet of this creature. So, biotech is under investigation. Then, at the same time, the president of the company disappears, and we find traces of an unknown animal in his home.
You think there's a connection between the investigation and the monster?
We need to know more to be certain. When we have gathered enough information, we will have our answer and our proof. The first step in solving a mystery is to gather all the relevant facts and data. Tennyson, you will research the rather bizarre theatrical imagery affected by this alleged vampire. Watson has prepared a video disc for your perusal. Study it well. You may see what others have missed.
I'm on it. You know, Mr. Holmes, you could be way off base. What if he's for real?
You mean a real vampire? I reread Bram Stoker's Dracula last night. I found it most engaging for a work of fiction.
Fiction, yes, but the legends it was based on are older than... well, you, for example. You'd best not take it so lightly, Mr. Holmes.
Anything to get my blood going.
Bela Lugosi and Christopher Lee. Now they were scary. Makes me want to crawl under the covers watching them play their vampire roles. Oh, I don't care what Holmes says. That vampire looks real to me. Wait, what have we here? Well, well, well. A vampire with a sense of fashion. I thought only downtown trendies my age were doing their pointers up yellow. Wonder what Holmes will make of that.
The creature's electronic signature's still strong enough to follow. Good. Lead on, then. Hurry. We must find this vampire's den before the sun sets. But not for the reason you think.
No signs of life ahead, Holmes.
Empty threats and idle talk, vampire. You are not what you appear to be, and I shall unmask you. Not exactly the greatest security arrangement. Wiggins, Tennyson, Deidre, perhaps you should wait here.
Not on your life, Mr. Holmes. There's safety in numbers. Am I right, irregulars?
I agree. Besides, I have to find out where that vampire thingy buys its nail polish. I'm so tired of ordering mine off the internet.
A wrath. Don't panic. Moriarty is gone. Elementary, my dear Lestrade. You see how Miss Amanda is a genius in many ways. While illegal, there was another intruder in the system. Moriarty's, such as fingernails, decorated in a manner common only among young, fashion-conscious New London girls, as our Deidre was quick to notice. However, so there never was a vampire, and there never were any data thefts. We should give Miss Wheelwright a medal, Lestrade, and agree never to violate the law again. Right, Amanda? Come, let us go.
Say, Amanda, where do you buy your nail polish?
What's the haps? Our class is meeting here for a field trip.
Yeah, just dying to absorb some history and culture.
Your class was sent away. The museum's closed. There's been a robbery. Didn't you know?
It's a free period for us then?
Some of us were looking forward to it, okay? Mr. Holmes!
I'd hate to see you deprived of an educational opportunity. Join us.
Absolutely not! This is an investigation, not a field trip.
Now, Lestrade. You don't want to discourage these young persons' thirst for knowledge, do you?
How else are we to become fine, upstanding citizens of this great and...
Knock it off. I'm on to you.
It's settled then. Come along.
Get a load of these rocks! That's what I'd have stolen. I mean, you know, if I were bad. So, what did they take? Diamonds? Gold?
A beat-up, tarnished old sword.
You're joking.
But why? I know one fact already. Whoever did this has no taste. Why the Musgrave sword?
For some clues?
Study.
Study? We could go back to class for that.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yes, study. Or research, if you like. Find everything you can about the ancient Musgrave family and their sword. I'm counting on you.
No playing hooky for you after all, eh?
Holmes, look what I found. The Musgrave sword itself.
I said...
I got it for 3, Mr. Holmes. They have a whole stack of them in the souvenir shop.
Good one.
I fooled Watson any...
And I know just the place to seek the answer. The ancestral home of the Musgraves.
A sword, a rock, and a comet? Some coat of arms.
Tennyson says a comet was seen above England in 1649.
All together. In unique ways. Stone tends to fracture while metal will bend, then break. But these have all fractionated in the exact same manner.
Shouldn't we be standing in a pile of dust then?
Ready.
Matching samples to database. Eliminating service employees. Scanning criminal population.
I have a picture of it right here.
The sword, a rock, and a comet. A meteorite? A meteor that came down to Earth.
Forged from the sky, this sword. Do you think they made the sword out of a meteorite?
Cemeteries give me the creeps, especially at night.
Remember the second line of the ritual.
2 generations behind and ahead. Entombed like us.
Don't tell me. We're going to visit the Musgraves themselves.
The Musgrave family mausoleum. It's been broken open. Recently. Moriarty has preceded us here.
Better leave this to us. You'll be safer here.
Come on, Inspector. If we can handle the old London Underground, we'll be all right under this bone lot.
Don't argue with her, Wiggins. She's the law, after all. Well, I give a hoot now.
Lestrade.
Wait here. Right behind you, Holmes.
Steady, Dee.
Take it back, where our wealth didst burn.
I know where that is.
Grab hold. It's secure. So when we saw Moriarty and Fenwick come out, we thought we'd better...
You see, in the early 16th century, the Musgraves lost a fortune when their original estate burnt down.
Bring it back, where our wealth didst burn. A fine deduction. Your research has certainly paid off.
And I know exactly where the old house was.
Unfortunately, the door we seek has not existed for many a year.
What door?
Does the shape of this blade remind you of something?
Oh, man, it's a key.
Like the poem says. This sword, our key. It's so obvious now.
You kids, stay here.
But...
No. This is one field trip you're sitting out.
I got you at last, Moriarty. You're trapped.
They've disappeared.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. They're gone into the underground.
Unfortunate.
But I've got one last source. Deidre, if you were looking to buy a rare African doll with no questions asked, where would you go?
Try the curio shop on Oxford Circle near the Tube. But don't tell that Z-head owner it was me who told ya.
No way, Miss Anonymous, and thanks. Shall we try it, Chief?
Ah, Deidre. I see you took a shortcut down Barrow Street. I hope the Harnage's dog didn't chase you too far.
Okay, Holmes. How'd you do that?
Eyes and brains, my dear, as I often tell you. Barrow Street is the only street between here and the post office being washed today. Your shoes and legs are damp. You are out of breath because that infernal dog is always loose on Barrow Street. One of your compatriots approaches. Shall we practice? Old electrical wiring. The light's always dim when the hall light is turned on. All right, Deidre? Tell us where Mr. Wiggins is coming from, and what he has done.
You just ate lunch, and you paid for your girlfriend. Buy the lipstick.
On my cheek. But that was because I asked her to the dance on Saturday.
Let that be a lesson to you, Deidre. Calm down, lad. I hear you.
Helping Payne the Third? He is a pain, even if he is Tennyson's friend. Details.
Passions of the heart. They are things that do not change in any age. If you see what I mean. All right, irregulars. The game is afoot. Before we can draw proper conclusions... I trust you have all found your pieces of our puzzle. Wiggins?
Definite signs of struggle, but just one set of footprints.
I followed Mary like you said. Mary's got a boyfriend. Dresses rich, but I don't think he is. Trying too hard to be arty.
Good work, all. Now, we must get everyone involved to the Burwell Gallery.
Fenwick drove off in the PM's cruiser, which was dripping galvaline, right?
Excellent. You followed the drips.
Uh-huh. And I got the cruiser. But I don't know where they went.
Observe. Use what you know.
We interrupt you with this urgent bulletin.
It's them. Fenwick's footprint. This way for sure.
Excellent. We're coming. Proceed with caution.
The trail ends here. We're fresh out of clues, Mr. Holmes.
We can see in, but they can't see out.
What? Open it up. We're going in.
Forget violence, Lestrade. We are going to have to flush it out. I need all of you to proceed to 221B. Surround the building and announce your presence. You will know it when you see it. Now go. We don't have much time.
Where's Moriarty?
Shh. I expected better from Moriarty. Unobservant of him not to see I wasn't the dummy. Though I wouldn't say that, Prime Minister. Just observant.